teams, Lauren here with Bizrok. In this week's video, I want to talk to you about the end of day process. Now, in our front office operations training, we actually walk you through the exact template to fill out when it comes to the end of day. But this video, guys, is going to highlight on the important things that you should be covering and just really the importance of why an end of day process is so vital to a successful practice, okay? So a few different things. One, it helps with accuracy and it helps with accountability. Now, for some of you, I know that you want to take it day by day. And for the others of you, you're like, yeah, I know I do a month-end process and then I look at it all at 1 month. Guys, you're probably a very busy practice and there's a lot of patients coming in and out of your office. The purpose of an end of day process is to look at each day in its entirety, but on its own, so that it doesn't cause you a tremendous amount of work at the end of the month. So if you stay ahead of this, if you look at it every single day, I'm telling you, it will create less work on the back end, okay? So yes, we want accuracy and yes, we want accountability. And doing this end of day process will help limit some of the errors in your practice, okay? So let's talk through what it looks like. So what's most important is that the day's production and collections are matching and those balances are actually reported and accurate, okay? So you should be looking at that every single day. Now, practice managers, I would still have somebody in your practice who is designated to do the end of day process, even if you leave early. First thing the next morning, you can go through and you can double check all of this, but I would still process the end of day on that day and have a team member who fills everything out correctly, okay? So you wanna make sure that it's matching everything that came in today, everything that was posted is matching with your practice management software. This confirms that patient payments were done correctly. And guys, you should be actually looking at it broken out into each category. What I mean specifically by that is cash coming in the door, checks coming in the door, credit cards coming in the door, and financing companies, whether it's Cherry, Care Credit, or somebody else, making sure that all of those numbers match accurately. Now, you also want to make sure that claims are submitted before the end of the workday. Guys, if you're writing notes, which I hope you are, please put a big star next to that one. I cannot tell you how many times we see and hear about claims being processed once a week or just when I get to it. Every single day should be an ending day, and you should have clean data, which means every claim from that day should be submitted by the end of that closing day before you leave the practice. Somebody has to be responsible for that, okay? That is how our practice runs. That's money coming in the door and ensuring that our patients get taken care of and balances are taken care of. And we start the process with the insurance company because, guys, you know that insurance companies love to delay payments back to our practice. And so we want to make sure that we're doing that. Now, for my overachieving offices and our best practice recommendation, we do recommend that every single provider, whether it's a doctor or a hygienist in your office, also receives a breakdown of all of their production from that day. Part of that allows them to confirm the proper exams were done, x-rays, and also procedures were charged out appropriately. Now, a great internal system, and we've talked about this before, especially during our clinical training, is clinical team. Before a patient has ever walked to the front, you're double checking the provider and all of the information from that day, right? The checkout coordinator, you're re-double checking everything. Guys, the end of day process is a third opportunity to make sure all of these things are accurate, down to exactly what I said, proper provider, exams, procedures, x-rays, etc. You wanna make sure that that's fixed and you're able to catch any sort of mistakes or errors before the day is closed out, okay? This helps with accountability and by providing giving your providers their end of day information, this helps hold them accountable to make sure that they're on track for whatever goals that they have in their practice, but also it's a second set of eyes for you, which makes your job a lot easier. So you want to make sure that every provider has that. And working through this process, it will help you to get your time back in the practice. It'll help with clarity around numbers. But also, guys, I'll tell you from your doctor's standpoint, it will help you be able to communicate, are we on or off track for our monthly and annual goal, which at the end of the day, guys, creates more value for you. So if you need help with this process, if you want a cheat sheet or an end of day reminder, reach out to us and we can provide that template for you. Otherwise, guys, thank you. We can't wait to see you and serve you soon.